There's outrage in Tazewell County right now after what happened during school lunch on Thursday. According to the school superintendent, more than a dozen students who had outstanding unpaid lunch charge balances at Richlands High School were told to leave their trays at a cash register. But there was a breakdown in communication. Instead, all students who owed money were not allowed through the lunch line. School leaders have apologized, but it's little comfort for parents and grandparents.
A paid school official can refuse a child food. There's something wrong with this picture.
The fact of the misinformation that cut at my heart. And I'm sorry to those kids and to those parents. I mean, I want to say that, but it was never an intention.
An online petition calling for the principal to resign has thousands of signatures. The community has stepped up to help affected students by taking care of those bills. A group of parents also handed out bagged lunches for kids this morning across the street from the school. The company released her account information to investigators, which could have led to arrest. Prosecutors say she talked to her accused killer David Eisenhower on the messaging app, but did not name Kik as that app. On Thursday, the company updated its guide for parents, highlighting specific safety questions. The man accused of murdering Nicole Lovell remains in jail this morning. David Eisenhower's next court appearance is scheduled for next month. He was known at Virginia Tech and at his high school in Maryland as a competitive and focused cross-country runner, someone much different than the person described in court. WDBJ7's Justin Ward met with another runner who says Eisenhower was helpful on the course. Talk about frost. I had to scrape it off my car this morning.
I know, it took me a little while. I was sitting in my car just waiting for it to defrost.
Yeah, I had to get out there early to make sure I got into work on time.
Good.
Mixed news coming out of the latest U.S. employment report. The country's unemployment rate dropped significantly, but hiring is also slowing down. 151,000 jobs were added in January. That's nearly 50,000 less than what economists projected. The unemployment rate fell to 4.9%, the lowest since February 2008. The 4-week average of people filing for unemployment has increased since October, meaning more people are out of work. This trend usually foreshadows slower job growth. Volkswagen is still trying to figure out how damaging its diesel emission scandals will be for investors. The German automaker said today it's pushing back its annual earnings report, which had been expected March 10th. Volkswagen has admitted to installing software in some of its diesel-powered cars that alters the performance of engines when tested for emissions. It made the vehicles appear cleaner than they actually were. Volkswagen has apologized. The company is being sued by U.S. authorities over the scandal. And it may be one of the most important tests a high school student will have to take. But this year, big changes are coming to the SATs. A $30,000 reward for information on a shooting. It happened Monday on Mount Vernon Avenue. Dr. Randolph Neal and one other victim were taken to the hospital. Neal says 2 men approached him demanding money, then shot him several times. High levels of lead aren't just a problem in Flint, Michigan. Cities nationwide are finding their water is contaminated as well. 18 cities in Pennsylvania have higher levels of lead exposure than Flint. A Pennsylvania Department of Health study discovered the issue in 2014, but it shows the source is different. Lead paint chipping away from older homes in Pennsylvania is the problem.
If you think about our housing stock,